Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, doing the what's next on new to the top 10, Robin Conceicao, following his tough unanimous decision loss to Oscar Valdez when they fought for the title back in, just on September 10th. I was disappointed that the fight wasn't scored closer. Conceicao really dominated the first half of the fight and really beat up Valdez's face. If you looked at Valdez's face after the fight, he got really hit with some good shots. He did close the gap for sure, though, in the second half. He totally outworked Conceicao, but Conceicao was still landing good shots and was still in it, and he was moving well. So I really think the fight was a hell of a lot closer. It could have went either way, and I thought the way they scored it was bullshit. But all that being said, I don't have a problem with Valdez getting a close victory, but Conceicao really proved that he went in, that he's a legit top 10 guy. He went in against the number one fighter at 126 or at 130 and fought his ass off and deserved better than what he got. But this guy's a player now at 130. So let's run him through the top 10 and see what's next for Robin Conceicao, if he could possibly get one of the top 10 guys in the ring. A rematch with Oscar Valdez, the number one fighter there, not likely. I don't see it. Valdez is not going to go down that road again. He took the risk once. He's not going to take the risk twice against a guy with not a big name. And people can say what they want. He walked away to the judges with a clean decision, and nobody's really... there's not a lot of people that are going out of their way complaining right now. So, not likely that he gets a rematch with Valdez. Number 2, Miguel Burchell, the former world champ. I don't see it. Burchell, this will be a risk taking on a guy like Conceicao, coming off of that brutal knockout loss to Valdez back in February. Plus, he's already made it. He's already indicated that he's likely going to be fighting at 135 going forward, but we'll see. You never know. Number 3, WBO champion Jamel Herring. Not likely. Herring is going to be fighting Shakur Stevenson next. I think he's going to lose that title to Stevenson. So Herring coming off a loss to Stevenson, probably going to be convincing. Is he going to want to fight a guy with the style of Conceicao? Following that, is Conceicao going to want to wait around? I'm not seeing it. So I don't think that's possible. Number 4, undefeated contender, former world title challenger, Shavkat Rakhimov. Rakhimov's fighting for the vacant title next. I think he's going to win for it. He's going to win the belt sometime this year against Kenichi Ogawa. Is he going to want to take on a guy who gave hell to Oscar Valdez following that? Not likely. I don't see it. Number 5, the undefeated Shakur Stevenson. Stevenson, I think he's going to handle Jamel Herring in his next fight, and then he's probably going to get the unification against Valdez. But if Valdez decides to run from Stevenson again, instead of trying to unify belts against him, I think it's possible that Stevenson goes and faces Conceicao saying, I'm going to beat the ass of the guy that you couldn't beat the ass of, just to prove to everybody that I'm the best at 130. So I think that's going to go a long way. But I do believe, right now, I'm going to say that I believe Valdez and Stevenson's going to happen next. But you never know. Number 5 for me, floating in that area of number 5 anyways, is Roger Gutierrez, the WBA champion. Not going to happen. Gutierrez has been ordered by the WBA to fight interim champion and undefeated Chris Colbert. So there's just no chance of Conceicao getting a crack at him. You got Leo Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is likely moving back down to 126. I don't think he'd want to fight a guy with the style of Conceicao anyway, so not seeing that. Then you have Renee Alvarado, the former WBA champion. Maybe. But the thing is Alvarado's coming off of back-to-back losses to Gutierrez, and he fights for a different promotion. Is Alvarado going to want to fight a guy like Conceicao, who has a very slick boxing style? I'm not seeing it. Not likely right here. And then rounding out the guys that are likely in my new top 10, Chris Colbert is in there, undefeated fighter. And Conceicao round out kind of the top 10 right there. Colbert is lined up to fight, So for Conceicao, he's one of those guys that's got a style that's not going to be attractive to certain fighters. He's not a big name. He's coming off of a technical loss, and it's basically start from scratch for Robson Conceicao. But he has proven against the top dog in the division that he can play, that he's here to play, that he wants to play, and that he's a dangerous opponent. So for me, start over from scratch, go take on somebody that's willing to fight you, and try to work your way back into world title contention by mandating a title fight and see what can go down. So that's it. That's the what's next on now former world title challenger Robson Conceicao, following that tough, controversial decision loss to Oscar Valdez. I hope you guys enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.